Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Strafecal, and we are going to try and feed Sid. This is one of the most obnoxious cutscenes, or quasi cutscenes, I guess, in the game, but also one of the best. Um, it's kind of weird to say, but it's how it is. So the fish that are generated are random, and you actually get different numbers of points based on the type of fish you get. Um, and then so it's +1 minus, or it's he gets -1 to his score every time you come back. And most of these fish that I'm grabbing are +1. Some of them are +2, and some of them are 0. So far, it looks like we're breaking even. Now, the reason I do like this scene, despite the fact that it's a bunch of RNG crap that you can't really control, is it is survival. It is something that you ultimately don't have control of. And it makes it feel appropriate. Now, he changes his message based on what you feed him. And so far, we have literally had the same message the entire time, I believe. So, we're not making any progress. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure if that's better or worse. But we finally got a different message. Hey, we got it. We're getting there. We're getting there. We can just not get any bad fish here and actually keep going. We'll be in good shape. That one broke even. I think we just need to get one more good round. Okay. And then, of course, we get no fish. And that's a backdrop. Go back a step. Okay, if we actually get a good one this time, we'll be done. There we go. We don't want to get the slowfish. They're bad. They may actually even be negative. There we go. I finally finished the project I've been working on. We find a raft. And with that, we board the raft and head out to sea to see what remains of the world. So this is the introduction to the world of... We have this little survival thing with Sid, which if you don't feed him enough fish, he dies. And it goes through a sequence where Celes attempts to commit suicide. It is an extremely powerful little cutscene. I'm not going for it because it is... Because it's not the ideal outcome. I like the... I like Sid surviving. Let's make sure that we're not getting back attacked while we've got one party member, and let's go with board wrangle. Okay, we're gonna go to Albrook first. This is the town that we've been to several times. And we hear a little bit about what's going on in the world now. Okay, we've already got those. Scholar of Ancient Weapons tells us a little about the Ultima weapons, which we've already been past. Baba, Death Gaze, even the 8 legendary dragons. So we find out a little bit more about the world. So far, everything here is about the same, which is fine. Hear a little bit more about the portrait that guy painted of the Emperor. Once again, all of these things come full circle. There's almost nothing said here that doesn't contribute to the world building. Okay, Gigas Glove is similar to the earrings, except for physical attacks. We're gonna grab one of those. Got 2, that's not bad. Okay. We are going to actually be skipping the next section for the time being, I think. I may change my mind. Yeah, you know what? We'll just go the normal way and see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then that's why I save. Kefka's tower is made of debris from all over the world. Okay. So we're gonna kind of skirt around here because I'm not sure exactly where I'm looking for. And these are a tier up as far as enemies go. Let's see how bad they are. If she can drop it in 2 hits, we're in good shape. Okay. This looks a little bit rougher. We'll go ahead and just blow a spell. I also totally forgot to do, to equip an Esper. As I said, this is why I grabbed her for the leveling that we were doing. Both because she jumps in at the end of the island, and also because She is the starting character for the World of Throne. And it's really important to make sure that she doesn't immediately die. I picked some very specific espers. Let's actually just put her on Cuddly Ups. This must be where we're going. Maybe. Come on. I have a note here that says there's a chocobo in the forest, or a chocobo thing in the forest, so that's what I'm looking for. Okay. This section of the game, I'm desperately trying to get to this chocobo. There's a chocobo forest somewhere around here with a stable, and I don't know where it is. I've been told that it's there. I'm about ready to just start taking off and just running. Let's go. Actually, we should be able to take these two. Our magic's still pretty solid, so 1 or 2 shots should be good. Okay, this is Zen, which we see how that does. Okay, good damage. We're heading back towards Zen, which we didn't do a lot in last time. This is the part I was intending to potentially skip, but I feel like we'll go ahead and try it, and if it does go badly, like I said, I have no shame in rolling back to a save point. It's a fairly difficult little section when you're solo. Namely, we're going to be on a timer, and we're going to be fairly restricted in what we have access to because, once again, we still just have Celes. And I forgot to save, of course. So, I guess we're in for a penny and for a pound. If I move, this whole house will collapse. There's a kid inside. Go. So we have 6 minutes now. Get through this. I'm gonna just try and run away from battles for the most part, and we'll see how it goes. Unless it's something I think I can take out in one round. Okay. Really should look up if those hyper wrists are usable. And I misclicked. Great. Fortunately, Celes is not super fast. These enemies look like they're just taking constant damage, which I don't remember if that's a thing. Let's just blast them with fire and see if we can rush the process along a little bit. So it's not like it's a really long section, but there, you know, there's 2 monster in the boxes which you can't run away from, and this is your only chance to get the items inside. And a lot of those random encounters have the potential of either dragging on or being really dangerous. Especially with one character, you know. We're gonna toss Cura. I do think that being more aware and considerate about running away from fights helps a lot. That's one of the problems I always had. You know, when I played this game as a kid, I never ran away from anything and didn't see a reason to, and obviously I've got plenty of time left, so I was apparently worrying over nothing. And we'll get Sabin out of it. Which you will note is one of the other characters I started training up at the end and got a bunch of very specific spells. Also, this is the point where we remember that Sabin is apparently stupidly strong. Did you think a little thing like the end of the world was gonna do me in? Okay. So this kind of sums up how the rest of this section is going to go. As we wander around, we're going to just find one place after another and we'll get little hints about our party members and slowly recruit them back one by one. It's a really cool concept to me because you've already gotten them all introduced. And so, and we've had a lot of this background laid. Also, we hear people talking about the Serpent Trench. Recall that's the river that Sabin jumped into during the end of his quest. There's Hero Ring. There we go. It's like just 1 or 2 more fights with Rama, and then I'll switch over. Although, actually, you know what? Let's just start on Madwin. He'll learn the same spell still. Oh, I was gonna check the item shop here. So once again, one of the things I do like with this early section is a lot of the items that are available are not these like brand new over-the-top things that you're gonna have to go and invest in. A lot of them are things we already have, but we might only have 1 or 2 of them. like all those elemental swords. We found those as like treasures during the dungeons earlier. Okay, and apparently there's no chocobo here. So I will continue to hope that I find it as we go. Cross the bridge here. And we see the Serpent Trench, which runs from Mobliz to Nakia, just as it did in the World of Balance, except for now it's, you know, land instead of a river, which is kind of crazy. We're going to get a lot of Rising Phoenix once again. It is by far the most efficient way to just wreck everything. And looks like still no Chocobo Forest that I was promised, so maybe it just doesn't exist. Or maybe I missed it. Whatever. Huh. These are kind of weird enemies. Okay. So we're heading to Mobliz first because we got a little clue about that, and we're gonna want to get the lead in here. And we'll also find out very quickly why I did what I did, as far as the magic goes. No chocobos there. That's really unfortunate because that means we probably have to walk all the way back. So Sabin still hits like a ton of bricks, which is really nice. I really should be saving more often. Okay, we've heard that Mobliz was trashed, and we see... It looks like it did get hit, but there's still people. And we meet Terra. There's no saving this world unless we defeat Kefka once and for all. I know, but... The very day the world collapsed, Kefka turned his light of judgment on this village. These kids' parents died trying to protect their children. very quiet cutscene. Okay. So we don't get Terra back right now. She tells us she's lost her will to fight. Man, we're just gonna blast the crap out of him, but he's gonna basically just... Oh, that's right, he does nothing. Or she does nothing, I forgot about that. I guess she's lost her will to fight. So, once, or outside of the discussion with the Espers, the thing that Terra brings, Terra's main story outside of that is about finding a place and feeling loved. Feeling love. And this is very much a progression of that. She's found people who need her, and she's had a chance to learn about family and Thundaga. Jesus Christ. And after a few rounds, Humbaba wins. Maybe after a little more time has passed. I need to understand what's happening. And we get Fenrir. Which has a plus 30% MP boost. Which is good. So yeah, this is the only... I mean, there's not a ton here. this little section of the world is pretty much just this town, and it's pretty isolated, and unfortunately, we don't get to do much except for get Fenrir right away by going here. And now we get to walk back up down the Serpent Trench. Wrong input. Okay. Well, I guess as long as we're walking, let's go with another divisive question from Carrie. Question is, if you could live on one ship from a sci-fi, would it be the Serenity or the Millennium Falcon? And the answer is easily the Serenity. So, here's the thing. I do like Star Wars. But especially as I've gotten older and watched more sci-fi and more I just put that in wrong. And just experienced more in general. While I like Star Wars, it's not like one of the universes that I wish I could be a part of or anything. And the Millennium Falcon is cool, but it's not comfy. It is a functional ship. The Serenity is lived in. We see people's rooms, we see people's, we see people together in the kitchen and, eating together and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. This lizard is awful. So yeah. And I will fully admit also at this point, I am, I like Star Wars, but I really do like Firefly a lot better. I think the characters are more interesting. So I'm much more interested, or I would be much more interested in visiting that universe if I had to live in one. And unfortunately, I think I could probably have a similar answer with most sci-fi. Firefly is pretty much my favorite sci-fi show, so there's not a whole lot that I would put on that same level as far as what I would be interested in. Um, just as far as from a practical standpoint, I've watched some Star Trek for the first time recently, and while I have my issues with the way that it's presented at times, it is very much a world that I would be more happy in than some of the others, just because it is so progressive in a lot of ways. There's a lot less chance of you having to, scrape by in that world from what we see. So, from a realistic perspective, I'm not the, rugged outdoorsy type. Four espers, okay. Okay. This is the random guy that tells you about the four espers that are new to this game. Sort of. Basically, he's a new thing in the game that draws attention to the fact that there are 4 more espers than in the regular SNES version. Of course, there's a Chocobo stable, now that we don't need it. We're good on items. Let's double check the other shops real quick. Rune Blade is not very good. Enhancer is, though. Grab an enhancer. Diamond shield. And diamond helm might be better than... Yes? Must be better than the mithril? Let's try it out. That was my guess. The other stats are way more important than just straight defense most of the time. Unfortunately, I don't think I need any of those. See a bunch of brigands on the pub. I'm not seeing what I was looking for. Is he in the inn? For some reason I thought he was out in the town. Must be out in the town. Actually, I'm guessing he must be down by the boats. This ship's been chartered by the Crimson Robbers. Go into the castle through a secret cave. Okay. And there we see a familiar face. Maybe. No idea what you're talking about. Take this too, kid. So we see Gerard, who is totally not an anagram for Edgar, and is totally not a palette swap of Edgar, and is totally not interested in finding Figaro Castle. Okay. So we stow away on the ship. We sail for South Figaro. That's the point at the end I was looking at. Okay, and we continue on. Kind of following Gerard, who's totally not Edgar. I'll stop by the weapon and armor shops real quick here, but I'm not super concerned. Also, I feel like we should be able to just take that Magitech armor. It's sitting right there. Gold spear is the next thing we want, probably. Let's see, we've got 7 mithril shields. Probably don't need more than 4, if any, at this point. We've got 8. Actually, my mistake. Plume hat should be good to go. Gold shield, I think, is good to go. We got the diamond ones. Gold helm should be good to go. Mithril mail should be good to go. Mithril vest should be good to go. Gaia gear. Let's see. Dragoon boots. That's a holy rod. I missed that. What's I gonna do? Spear. Because we're totally not about to recruit Edgar. Let's go with a 1 diamond armor just to be safe. I'm pretty sure we're going to be using other gear than the generic. But it's good to have a suit. Katie Gill. Finally get our Chocobo. Not that we had far to go. I'm intentionally trying to keep... Oh, hey, it's Siegfried. So this is the helpful Siegfried with a Z in the SNES version. Once again, these areas are all a lot harder than the last areas. And this section is a lot more open world. It's really easy to wander into a section that you're not supposed to be in. If we do get into scrapes, one of the main intentions is going to be to use those rods that we have stored up. That was the other thing I was going to do. Sort. Real easy. We've already got all the treasure. Technically, you can get better treasure if you wait until the World of Ruin to get it, but I wasn't sure where the Thunder Rod was for the tunnel armor. So this pond that's been here this whole time, we are now going to be able to cross. Siegfried is a jerk and picked up all the treasure already. Crap. Gonna keep getting stronger. There's a reason we have him on magic as his stat gain. head down into the... Crap. This is one of the big things that's really frustrating with the World of Ruin, is there are a lot of enemies that are very status prone. Like, they use a lot of status effects on you. And until we get ribbons, we're kind of just at their mercy. And especially when you only have 2 people. You know, when Sabin got zombied, I was really worried we were going to die for a second there. Confusion's not good, but it's not terrible either. Crystal Home Gravity Rod. X Potion, High Ether. Yeah, not worth it. That's a lot more armor, but not... I think that 5 magic is worth it. As scary as that is. Those stat boosts are really important right now. Actually, in general, stat boosts are really important. I believe this guy used Fyra. Apparently he also uses physical attacks, you know, so there's that. And I could be thinking of the wrong guy. That's okay. He's dead. So no more worries there. Is he still good on Madwin? Yeah. Okay. So Royal Crown is an item that is usable by a whole 2 characters. Guess who? Edgar and Sabin can both wear it. It is a really good, well-rounded item that gives them a stat boost to a bunch of stuff. It does lower his strength and speed a little bit from where he was. Those are good stats for him. His magic is one of his weaker stats to start with, and powering him up with as much as we can is good. Just in case we don't get a chance, we want Hermes sandals on both these characters. And a peace ring here, I think. Okay, and we get immediately attacked here. So I'm gonna pause here real quick because I want to make sure I'm in the right thing. lower left. So each of these tentacles has a different weakness, including elemental weaknesses, status weaknesses. They're supposed to be vulnerable to break. Might be a version difference though. Well, I guess we'll just blast the crap out of it and see what happens. So your characters can only be hit with the slow effects, which is what enables them to grab you. Or they can only be grabbed if they are slow. The reason that we did this the way we are is because we gave these two the what's it called? We gave these two the haste shoes so that they could not be slowed. So they cannot be grabbed, and any attempts to do so will fail. Well, let's hope this one's still immune to bio, or still weak to bio. Not nearly so much. My information I got was terrible on this, so I'm just gonna blast and hope it works. Hey, looks like it's weak to fire. Celestine teleport, awesome. Okay, so we watched the Crimson Raiders or whatever go by. Okay. Actually, that's about what we're using. Let's switch to this for alarm. Earrings back. We'll go ahead and do Ward Bangle on him. And let's do Gale Hairpin for now. the Soul Saber, which is at the front here. It's not a great weapon, honestly. But it's there, so we might as well grab it. Oh, she's up MP. Banish, Berserk. Phantom? Phantom. Okay, let's see if the teleport stones work. No. So it is just the fact that we're not actually in a dungeon, so we have to walk out. That's too bad. It's not a super long walk, at least. And we have 3 people now, which is a nice change. And will continue to be a nice change as we go forward. And get more people back. So you can see there right away, Edgar's powerhouse maneuvers have quickly been outclassed here. You know, auto crossbow worked just to wreck most of the World of Balance. World of Ruin enemies, much less potent. Just gonna have him take off for Cullingan right away. So that is our next stop. I'm putting Edgar in front so we can go shopping, because once again, the king gets a discount. And we're on the wrong way. Figures. How dare I? How are we doing on everything here? I think we're goodish. We'll go with goodish. And we're gonna pick up, I believe there's one more tool we should be able to buy now. Nope, just the ones we've already got. Oh no, we don't have Debilitator yet. Debilitator's kind of neat. It's actually a rare steel that we missed during one of the fights. And it is... it gives an elemental weakness to an enemy. So we'll be able to basically make an enemy weak to an element, and then it'll tell us what that element is. Which is nice. I want to say Flash is a little bit more useful. Sabin's a bit broken. Okay. And this is where we're going to end our first World of Ruin video. Just because this next section is going to be a bit longer, and I want to make sure we get a good break spot. So, hopefully you are enjoying it still. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.